Explorer. My name is Mark. I'm 7 years old. Today I'm talking about seeds. There are many kinds of seeds, right? Yes, let's start. And here, for example, I have the seeds. I have the seeds. For example, can you see the seeds? Yes. And seeds there are many kinds of seed, right? Here, can you see that? That was the example of that, right? Yes. Do you have seeds at your home? I have. And this is the beans, right? Those beans are seed, right? Yes. And look at this, lines of beans. Do you know lines of bean mean? Lines of bean mean big types of seed, right? Yes. And next, a movie with popcorn, right? Yes. So I take 37s, right? So I pop it. These are seeds of the corn, right? And those seeds are more. Some seeds are small. Some seeds are big, right? Those seeds are almost beautiful, right? Yes. And that seeds are very good to look at them, right? And next we see the apples and the tomatoes right? Yes. Do you want to see the seed of it? Inside of them are very beautiful and they have seeds. And here we have tomatoes and apples, right? Yes, can you see that? And it was in the line. And we will cut it in the center. Never use a knife without parents, right? Yes. Cutting down, right? Do you want to see it? It was beautiful, right? Yes. And here we have a seed right at the center. Whoa, right? Yes. Can you see that? Yeah. And whoa, that was interesting. Do you know that? Before I have the tomato to see. Do you have tomatoes? Yes, will give me. Okay, and the apple next. Right? Yes. And here, whoa, I love apples. Right? And here, can you see those seeds then? Yes, near the core, right at the center, near the core. Right? Yes, those seeds are tiny. Right? Yes, and this is the food that we eat. And that was the example I told you. And next, I will buy some plants. I will bring some plants for you. And 3 types here. That was the coat, the seed coat, inside of it, and the baby of the seed embryo, right? Yes, the baby seed embryo. Can you see? Do you want to see about them? Seed coat, inside of it, outside of it, and the baby embryo, right? Let's see. And here I have 4 lines of bean, and that was dry. And 4 lines of bean, I dunk it in the water, right? And this is the seed, and these are the lines of beans. Do you want to see close of the embryo? Yes, I want to see all that. And this is my favorite one, right? And this is the water for it to grow. These are the other seeds that grow. There are many kinds of seed around us. Yes, and you know that when for when my mom cuts fruit or vegetable, I see the seed. And, right? Here and more. Yes. And do you want to see the baby seed? Okay. And this is my favorite one. Up next here. Right, yes. You want to see the embryo? That was very tiny. A group of ants can carry the seed. This is my favorite one. Look at I doing the seed coat. A protective coat, right? And do you want to see the baby? The baby is here. Can you see the little tiny? That was. And I'm going to put it down the table gently, right? Yeah. And the baby embryo, that was look cute, but yes, it was living things, but it doesn't have eyes and nose and mouth. And these are the food. These are the food of the embryo for it to grow, right? And I will take off the embryo and gently put on the table. Okay? And here we have it. Now, can you see that? The embryo. That was the small one. And this is the long part of it that almost looked like a little father. Right? And it looked like a gun. A gun. Right? And yes, and next I brought some plants. I brought some plants here. Okay, and this is the mink plants, not the bean plants. You know mink plants? Mink plants, I smell mink from the leaf. Do you know what kind of it? You don't know. It's the mink plant. Milk. That was the milk plants. The mint plant. Look like the sound of the milk. Right? Yes. And when it starts at the seed and the nutrients here, and it grows into this, and it becomes an adult plant. This is my favorite to talk about. This is the seedling. Even, right? Here, and this have grow up and take the shot and grow up into an adult plant. Yes, and more, even it look like seedling or roots. Yes, it look like seedling or roots, right? Yes, and they get the nutrients from the soil, right? And here the water we put in the soil and it's grow. And next it become a tree or plant, and other plants. And but it is a fake one. But here, this is the real, right? Here, on here that was the real, and it has flowers. I almost has a plant. And yes, and it has become, and now that was the end of it. And so now, thanks for listening.